Justin Poirier tweeted, he said, "Welcome to the big leagues, Paddy Pimblett, one up for the legends." Right. What do you think about just like you carry, how much pride do you?
We're up 3. He beat BSD, I beat Fazeev, and I just beat Paddy. We're up 3 right now. Poirier took out Max, so we might be 3-1. But I'm going to try to avenge that one.
Is Conor going to come back? Is John going to fight Pereira? Which Dana is kind of, is not uncertain about. But I believe with performance like this man has delivered each and every time, I believe Justin and Ilya potentially becomes the headliner for that card.
You're 100% right. And you're 100% right, and it should be. It should be. It should be. If you want to talk about, being fair competitively, especially in the performance that he puts, like, why wouldn't you? Right. In the perfect picture, you would want Justin to fight Ilya.
At the White House, standing there as an American, would it finally happen now? Or was it just another cruel illusion waiting to snap?
Guys laughing now because they have dirty boxing, really, They just fighting hard, but there is no good technique. But Ilya will be left now because Ilya has such a high level boxing.
Did Justin Gaethje's interim title victory shake the division, or was it just the opening move in a darker game? Already, it spelled out his next opponent. Ilya Topuria surged forward, eyes blazing. Now, both men are openly demanding the clash everyone senses is inevitable. This isn't just hype. When the sport's deadliest competitors are simultaneously gunning for each other, the tension becomes a living thing, a storm coiling, ready to strike. Instead, it signals the unseen currents shifting beneath the surface, the quiet countdown before chaos erupts.
I believe with performance like this man has delivered each and every time, I believe Justin and Ilya potentially becomes the headliner for that card.
You're 100% right. And you're 100% right, and it should be. It should be. It should be. If you want to talk about, being fair.
He endured severe injuries, each one gnawing at him, demanding time he didn't have, yet he was entangled in something far heavier, far more consuming. Competing on that roster, he insisted, eclipsed everything else, no fight, no glory, nothing could compare. He even hinted at a White House event in June, a symbol of duty fulfilled, the nation's recognition of blood spilled inside the cage. To him, opportunities like this surface only in rare, almost cruelly fleeting moments, and only an obstacle of staggering magnitude could ever make him hesitate. Anything less would crumble beneath his resolve. I am certain of it.
Flowing a little bit, but do you have an update on physically, how you feel? Are you going to need some time off? Is there possibly anything broken after?
I definitely need some time off. He fucking rocked my brain a couple times, and the only thing we have over the more dangerous sports, which is boxing and football, is we get to take time, and so I will do that. But the White House is in June, and I represent this country. I represented it tonight. And I hope to be, obviously, look at the position and the opportunity they just gave me here. There's no way they're keeping me off that card unless I'm dead.
When the idea of a White House showdown with Ilya surfaced, Justin stayed unmistakably himself, refusing to inflate the moment. Yet even amid the whispers, he sensed its magnitude. He believes this could rank among the UFC's most monumental bouts, the stakes amplified by the setting, Ilya's meteoric rise, and his string of ruthless stoppages. Their contrasting styles promise a collision that could redefine the division. Justin remains poised, every muscle coiled, ready to seize control the instant total authority is demanded, knowing that in moments like this, hesitation is a luxury no one survives.
Given how popular Ilya's become and just the method of victory he's had and your style of fighting, and add those two to the White House, how big do you think that fight could be between you two?
If I had any bit of a personality, it'd be fucking huge. But I just can't. I can't lie. I can't exaggerate. It's what I do. It's who I am. It's who my parents taught me to be. But, there's no doubt it would be the best, one of the best fights that they could definitely put on. It would be for an undisputed belt. And I think they want to have 6 or 7, whatever. They want to have as many as possible. So if he's not back by then, they will strip him, and I will be undisputed, and then I'll fight for the belt on there.
Ilya struck first, targeting Paddy with sharp derision, taunting past an aging rival and declaring the victory all but squandered before landing a chilling warning. In Ilya's eyes, whatever unfolds next, Justin is barreling straight into danger. The road ahead will be brutal, but Justin remains unshaken, anchored by faith in his training, his team, and his own instincts. He knows his presence here carries weight, a purpose beyond the cage. Though he silently prays fate will crown him victorious, he concedes the outcome is not his to command. The clock will tell, and every second ticks toward the inevitable truth. When pressed for a message to champion Ilia Topuria, Justin Gaethje spoke with sharp clarity. He brushed aside the hype, the trash talk, the spotlight. He wasn't interested in sending any personal message. Instead, Gaethje trusts his coaches implicitly, letting them lay the foundation, dissecting Topuria, devising the perfect approach, embedding it into every drill, every repetition. For Gaethje, everything pivots on precision, preparation, and execution. The moment he enters the octagon, it won't be words that resonate, it will be the unyielding strategy, the exacting discipline, the relentless effort of his team manifesting in every strike, every movement, a statement far louder than any challenge could convey, if Topuria even watches.
You are the first two-time interim champion in UFC history. You don't usually get too many second chances, but here you go to a unifier with an undefeated top 3 pound-for-pound fighter. I know he is not Khabib, but what are you taking into this fight with Ilia in terms of lessons and why you're going to make it work this time?
Just got to trust the preparation, trust in my coaches and trust in my skills. I'm here for a reason. I hope it's my destiny, but I don't get to write that, so.
Motivation was never in doubt. Even after countless battles, he was driven by the ultimate prize, a championship hanging in the balance. To him, victory transcended mere achievement. It was the culmination of every sacrifice, every brutal moment endured within the UFC. Unlike Ilia, he recognized that this very instant, charged, tense, and electric, was the decisive moment to forge the final chapter of his story, the one that would define his legacy long after the lights fade.
No, I don't give a fuck.
The message will be in the octagon.
I won't give him the time of day. I'll, rely on my coach to watch him a lot. I've seen him fight, obviously. Go back and watch these guys. I really rely on my coach. I watched Paddy today. And yeah, this is so fast. I have no idea what the fuck's going on right now.
Speculation runs rampant about this looming clash, and Dana White predicts a battlefield of raw striking. Both Justin Gaethje and Ilia Topuria wield devastating power, each capable of ending the contest with a single, brutal strike. If Gaethje arrives fully ready, the fight promises unrelenting intensity from bell to bell. White expects sparks to fly the moment they step inside the cage, a collision where precision meets sheer force. Fans should brace for non-stop action, elite-level skill on display, and a spectacle poised to dominate headlines, seizing the spotlight on any fight card it graces.
Neck and neck, it was either going to be you, Paddy, or Arman fighting Ilia. Then obviously the news, Ilia wasn't going to fight early this year. At any point, was it frustrating or just difficult to get that motivation because it kind of felt like you were right there, and now you have to win one more after already going through all the battles? Was that ever difficult to have to get up for one more challenge before that opportunity?
No. I mean, I wanted it to be for a championship. This makes me a champion on paper with the UFC, so I'm very proud of what I accomplished tonight. I'm proud of the opportunity that it's gained me to fight a guy like Ilia. And this is everything I've ever wanted. This chance to write the end of my last chapter.
Congrats.
It's going to be special.
Next, Demetrius Johnson envisions the ultimate showdown, Gaethje versus Ilia Topuria. He isn't certain if Justin even intends to defend the interim title, his eyes firmly fixed on the undisputed crown. Looking ahead, Johnson regards Topuria as a disciplined tactician, a fighter whose knockout power demands respect. Just recall his decisive victories over Charles Oliveira and Max Holloway. Though Johnson predicts Topuria will stay unshakably composed, hands guarding every strike, reading the fight with razor-sharp precision, this will set the stage for an electrifying pace, a battle where every second counts, and momentum can shift in the blink of an eye.
And now that it seems that it's going to be Gaethje versus Topuria, it's probably going to be a crazy fight also, most likely striking. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be interesting. I think that Ilia hits like a truck, and so does Gaethje. And I think if Gaethje prepares properly and gets...
Regarding Arman Sarakin, Johnson sees him as largely guided by the UFC's currents. In an ideal world, Sorokin would step into the cage next against Gaethje. Yet with Justin likely biding his time for an undisputed title shot against Topuria, that clash may be delayed. In the meantime, Sorokin will continue shaping his persona, building momentum and sharpening his craft. Johnson hopes the matchup with Gaethje eventually materializes, setting up a decisive encounter where the victor earns the right to challenge Topuria next. It's a chain of events that can't be rushed, just executed.
Topuria, or he's going to fight Arman Tsarukyan, and I think the right thing is for him to fight Topuria, but if Topuria is not ready, I'm not sure if Justin Gaethje, I think he really wants that undisputed, and hopefully we get Topuria. Now when I look forward to Topuria versus Justin Gaethje, I think Topuria is just way too disciplined on the feet. I think he has the knockout power. You look what he's done against Charles Oliveira. You look what he's done against Max Holloway. Topuria is very strategic, disciplined, where he's going to have his hands up. He's going to pot. He's going to get a look at what's going on. I just feel like he's a way cleaner boxer, and he puts his combinations together, 1, 2, 3, nothing overzealous, but a fight's a fight.
ARA Usman and Henry Cejudo agree that, given Justin's relentless performances, a showdown with Ilya could effortlessly headline any UFC card. They emphasize that both fighters bring elite skill, raw power, and explosive energy, promising a bout that would grip fans from the first strike. From a competitive lens, they insist this fight embodies the kind of clash deserving full attention, a collision where every move matters, every exchange pulses with intensity, and the spotlight naturally falls on those willing to risk everything inside the cage.
How does Arman fit into this? I think Arman is at the beck and call of the UFC, meaning that the UFC dictates what's going to be next for Arman Tsarukyan. I think Justin Gaethje might hang on to the undisputed. He might wait for the undisputed opportunity to fight Topuria. That happens, you're going to have Arman Tsarukyan keep going on these wild side quests by doing more media and also doing more grappling, which is fine. I wish he would get the opportunity to fight Justin Gaethje, and then those guys can decide between Justin Gaethje and Arman Tsarukyan if whoever wins can fight.
While Justin's showing against Paddy was striking, facing Ilya presents an entirely different test. He notes Topuria as a master of close-quarters combat, blending impeccable defense with flawless technique. Unlike previous opponents, whose mistakes Gaethje could exploit, Topuria leaves almost no opening. Hutto emphasizes that Gaethje must adapt his approach, confronting a fighter who fuses defensive brilliance with razor-sharp offense, transforming the bout into a far more complex, punishing, and unpredictable battle than anything he has faced before.
I believe with performance like this man has delivered each and every time, I believe Justin and Ilya potentially becomes the headliner for that card.
You're 100% right. And you're 100% right, and it should be. You know, it should be. It should be. If you want to talk about, you know, being fair, competitive.
At the White House, standing there as an American, will it finally unfold? Damn, the possibility lingers, tantalizing yet uncertain, as much as we try to sugarcoat it, to heap praise and anticipation on what could be the defining moment, knowing full well that reality might twist it into something far stranger, far more unforgiving than any expectation.
You know, especially the performance that he puts, like, why wouldn't you? You know, in the perfect picture, you would want Justin to fight Ilya.
It is unmistakably distinct. And there is an edge to it, a tension that hums beneath the surface, hinting at consequences and revelations just beyond reach.
Is different.
It's raw, and I can't help but feel it, like every nerve is set to ignite, every moment ready to be clapped into chaos.
Paddy Pimblett, you can see, one, his head was up, and then two, defensively, like Paddy would do this, like some amateur shit. Bro.
We all do that.
And I'm surprised, and Justin was, and he did hit him, but you could tell Justin was going to the body because he was going over like that overhand. That he did nail him, but...
These are the moments that make Justin's fight singular. Every time he steps in, it's unlike anything else. He's going to battle a force that tests not just skill, but instinct, strategy, and sheer will.
Opponent, somebody compact, and somebody that could really keep his freaking hands up, that just understands the finesse of fighting.
Then it's highlighted that Justin executed his strategy flawlessly, with major credit to his coaching team, Trevor Whitman, Ben, George, and Luke, for crafting the perfect plan against his opponent. Usman notes that Justin doesn't apply the same formula in every fight, he adapts, molding his approach to the fighter in front of him and the threats they present. Looking ahead, Usman emphasizes that facing Ilia Topuria will be an entirely new crucible. Topuria brings a lethal mix of skill, precision, and danger that will push Justin to his absolute limits. Justin Gaethje accomplished exactly what he aimed for, yet we must take a moment to recognize the architects behind the plan, the coaches, Trevor Whitman, Ben, George, whose preparation and insight were indispensable in shaping the triumph that unfolded inside the cage.
They put together a game plan for the... You really don't see Justin look like that. What did Justin look like that when he fought Faziev? Has Justin looked like that when he fought earlier fights with Barbosa? Did he look like that when he fought Cowboy? Did he look like that when he fought... I think it's... You shape the game plan based on the opponent and based on whatever they're giving you out there. So I think that's...
We'll make the necessary adjustments, he said, eyes sharp, but as you mentioned, Ilia is a singular force, a unique beast, so that clash promises to be utterly fascinating. Meanwhile, Daniel Cormier praises both warriors for leaving everything inside the cage. He highlights how Justin Gaethje relentlessly pressed Paddy Pimblett, nearly finishing him multiple times, securing the interim title through sheer, unyielding pressure. At the same time, Cormier underscores Ilia Topuria's lethal resume, having dismantled elite fighters like Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski, and Charles Oliveira across multiple divisions. He adds that Gaethje once again proves that underestimating him is always a grave mistake. When opponents falter, he seizes the moment. When the fight demands it, he turns their missteps into his path to victory.
That laid it all on the octagon floor. I thought Justin Gaethje was going to get Paddy Pimblett out of there on multiple occasions, but Paddy would not quit. Paddy Pimblett kept fighting, but I think the pressure that Justin put on him early gave him enough of a lead to become the interim champion. But Ilia Topuria is knocking out the best fighters that we've ever seen in the divisions that he's competing in. Knocked out Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski while he was at featherweight, then goes to 155 and knocks out Charles Oliveira. But Justin Gaethje reminded us tonight that when you overlook him, things have a habit of working out in Justin Gaethje's way.
Whittaker isn't ready to write Justin Gaethje off, yet he fully acknowledges the looming threat. Ilia Topuria's striking sits in a league above nearly everyone in the UFC, complemented by sharp wrestling and elite jiu-jitsu. With flawless timing and brutal counterattacks, Topuria will make every move costly, forcing Gaethje's team to implement serious adjustments just to remain in contention. The Justin who faced Paddy Pimblett won't be enough this time. Whittaker expects a transformed, sharper, and more calculated Gaethje when he steps into the cage against a superior adversary, one who demands nothing less than perfection.